I think this is tomorrow's episode, Drip. I feel like after all this positivity, we need to just trash them a little bit because we need to talk about game sharing on Nintendo. So we're just going to touch on this tonight.
Oh, dude.
We're just going to touch on this tonight, and maybe tomorrow morning we'll get into that in more detail.
My video about game sharing and how I figured out the new system, the best way to do it is out the fucking window now if you have a Switch 2 because it doesn't work. So I'll explain it. What I was doing is I had my Switch, which I had using the old system, which is checking the internet.
Thank you, Ty.
Which you can still technically do. You can still do that. But it also does the game keycard thing on top of that. You still have to have the game keycard, and you can't just go download the games. Now, this is the thing I haven't checked yet, because I haven't got my kids' Switches back into this yet, because like I said, they've been down at their grandparents' house, and they're just back here like today and last night, and like we've been playing some Switch, but not a bunch. So I haven't got to like put it back in the system and try it out. But like it wouldn't let me just download games from the eShop. It made me go back to the game key card and then hit that and then download from that. But
not a key card. Just want to correct you on that.
System.
It's a virtual game card. We can't get, and they made it very similar.
Okay,
it's not your fault.
Virtual game. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. The other
it's not you.
stupid name.
Yeah, it's not you. It's
my bad.
Yeah,
the other stupid name.
Yeah.
So the night that I was trying to put games on my Switch 2 when I got it, it's like, oh, well, you're not hooked up. Like, which one of these do you want to take out? And it's like my two daughters' Switches. Like, which one do you want to take out? Because you can only have two. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't want any of them. I just want to download this from the eShop.
Yep.
I bought, let me download the game I bought from the eShop.
They've removed that. You can no longer re-download games. You can't do it. You have to, it's all about key cards now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all through
virtual
the key cards.
Virtual game cards.
So I had to kick one of them out because I wasn't in the system. I was letting them use the system so they could use the virtual game cartridges. And I would just check, I had them all downloaded. Now, what I'm wondering is when I have them downloaded, if I kick myself back out of that system and put them in, is it going to still try to do that? Or now that it's downloaded, will it say, okay, let me check the internet. Okay, you're good.
I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know yet. That's what I got to figure out. But dude, that's dumb. Okay. This is and we can talk about this more tomorrow. I'm not gonna go deep on this. This is what pisses me off though, because they added this thing, which is like an add-on, and it's like, okay, it's an add-on. You don't have to do it. They even said when they showed it, there's fine print that says you don't have to do this. It's okay. Just go and turn it off, and they give you an option to turn it off. But now it's yeah, you can turn it off, but it doesn't change anything.
It's basically a lie. You can't turn this feature off like they said in their direct back.
No, as far as I can see right now, if you want to download games that you don't have on your system, you have to be one of those two switches.
Like when Nintendo advertised that, it may have been just like we misunderstood it because they were very nefarious about how they advertised it. But we're like with lawyer speak or whatever. But basically, I'm taking it as Nintendo lied to us when they said virtual game cards are a new system, but it's optional. You can go back to the original system. That's a lie. You cannot. After you,
as of right now, no. Unless, like I said, I'm gonna wait till I get some stuff downloaded and I turn it back off and then see how that works. If I can put them back in there, and then I can just play my games, then okay. Then I guess if I want to download stuff, yeah, I have to kick one of them out. Download, that is a pain in the ass, dude.
So
that's so much to have to deal with.
Drip's example is with more than two people in the house, especially like if you're dealing with kids. If you got kids, multiple in the same household, this is the person who's going to be screwed. If dad's buying games for kids, dad's games don't work for kids anymore. You have to buy each kid individual games now. If you are a multiple Switch household. Maybe.
I mean,
TBD, but pretty sure. Now, I want to talk about my system because I have sort of figured out how to work my system, okay? It's not perfect, and it's not like it used to be. How it used to be is with a two Switch household, okay? Me and my fiance. We're going to say my Switch and partner Switch, okay? How it used to work is I bought the games on my account. And I made my account the main account. So partner's account, partner Switch didn't buy games. Abby, my fiance, she didn't buy even the games that she wanted to play and I didn't. She didn't buy them. I bought them. And then we made the Switch that she plays on. We'll call it this. Just toss my Pro Controller. This is her system. My primary Switch. This is the primary Switch for her. For
your account, your
Yeah.
Nintendo account was the primary account on that Switch.
on the partner Switch, and then then my Switch was her primary account. Okay, so that way, and how that works is the games that I buy on my account, I can play on any Switch that I want. But the games that she buys, the games that if she wants to play games that I buy, the Switch that she plays on has to be the primary Switch. It's a very complicated.
Account that bought them.
Drip's made videos on it. Maybe if you're a little confused, maybe you should go check out Drip's videos on it. It's the old system. They're all out of date. That's the old system.
Bullshit now, all of them.
But I bring this up. I bring this up because the old system actually is somewhat similar to how it works now, with a slight big difference. First of all, your primary is the word's gone. They've removed they for some reason have gone. Primary is not the cool word we want to use anymore. Now it's pass enabled. So pass enabled is the new primary. It's the same exact goddamn thing. They just changed the name. Okay. So if you go into your Nintendo account in the eShop, you click on your picture, scroll down, you'll see pass enabled Switch or not. You have to make the Switch pass enabled. So you have to go and make partner Switch. Your partner, your girlfriend, your fiance, your boyfriend, whoever it is, make their Switch your account's pass enabled console. Okay. And then you do it vice versa. Then your Switch that you play on is their pass enabled. That makes it so you can play all of your games on your account while checking the internet without any problem. Okay, you check as long as you're checking the internet, you have an internet connection to check the internet. It'll allow you to play your games because you bought them. For her, it's not going to let Partner Switch do that. For Partner Switch, you have to download the virtual game key cards. The virtual game cards. You have to make sure Partner Switch from your account. So go to Partner Switch, select on your Nintendo account, and download the virtual game cards. Yeah. So just as if you're taking a physical card and plopping it in one by one, but virtually on her account. That way, her account, it doesn't have to check the internet. It just plays the game, no problem. Okay? Sounds great. So it's actually fixed. She can play. If you had that system set up in the old way, it works the same way now with one big caveat. The big caveat is you can't play games at the same time because it's going to make you check the internet. And once you check the internet, it's going to kick out Partner at any time. So, for example,
airplane mode. Airplane mode.
Nope. Airplane
Doesn't
mode,
work.
It tells you to have to turn back on the internet. No exception.
What?
No exception.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. No exception. So when we
realize they used to tell you that you could do this.
I was going to bring that up. Yes, Nintendo used to, and this is not a workaround. Some people thought this is a workaround. This is not a workaround. Like Drip just said, Nintendo advertised how to do this. This is the way Nintendo wanted you to do it. And they've removed that. Now, but I want to explain, if you don't quite understand at home why this matters, and if I'm making not a big deal out of this, it is. Mrs. G and I are big Zelda fans, okay? We bought Tears of the Kingdom on release day. Well, we did buy, as you can see, I bought it physically. That's not a problem. But we wanted to keep this sealed, okay? So we bought it digitally. We bought it to game twice. We did do that, but we only intended on playing the digital version because on release night, she's back there on the TV playing the game. I'm sitting here on my screen playing the game, so we're separated, so we can't see each other's gameplay, so we're not spoiling anything for anybody. We love the same game, and we wanted to only buy one copy. We don't want to buy. Why would you have to buy two copies of the same game for the people who live in the house? That's ridiculous. It's my fiance. I'm not making her buy the game when I just bought the game, Nintendo. Why would you make us do that? So in the old system, it worked fine. She could play the game on her account, and my copy of the game, and I could play my copy of the game virtually at the same time, no problems. Okay? Save data goes to the cloud, everything like that. Now with this new system, this is the big caveat. You can't turn on airplane mode. You can't do any of those hacks. They've removed everything. You have to have a second copy of the game if you want to play the game at the same time. So if you want to play Mario Kart with her, you're doing split screen or nothing. Okay? If you want to play Zelda and she wants to play Zelda, you got to buy two copies of the game. No exceptions. And it's a shame that this is the way that they choose to do it. Because there is literally no other reason why they do this besides to take your money.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing.
They want to take your money.
This is the, man, Nintendo's so cool. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Never mind. Nintendo's a dick.
Like we said all night, we fucking love this thing. We fucking love this Switch too. I will never, I'm throwing it everywhere right now. I will never, not love my Switch 2. I love this thing. And Nintendo's got a soft spot for me on me. I still love it. I still love the company. They're magic. They're like Disney to me. They just got some certain magic that can't be replicated. But that doesn't, just like you love your wife, that doesn't mean you can't tell your wife certain things that bother you to then enhance your relationship. And vice versa. It goes both ways. Although with Nintendo, it doesn't, because they're not your wife.
Communication does not go both ways.
But it's a healthy thing, and for us, this is our outlet. And for you guys, the chat is your outlet to tell your frustrations. This is a frustrating thing. They're just trying to take our fucking money. And I'm sorry, I don't like to be walked on by billionaires. It's not something that's my favorite thing to do.
And I mean, we're on this one thing for quite some time here.
I know.
So we should probably move on.
I know.
Let's do a whole video on this tomorrow. I have much more to say about this. We'll do a whole video on this tomorrow.
I feel like we already did the video, but I feel you.
Yeah, we did. Okay, cut that out. Post that.
We could do that. I could also cut that out and include it for tomorrow.
We'll save ourselves some time in the morning.
Yeah, I probably will do that actually. Okay.